Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special and exciting Windstar Cruises webinar. My name is Anna. I'm an Industry Relations Manager here at CLIA, and I'm going to just quickly go through some housekeeping before introducing our presenter. The webinar will run about 30 minutes with time for questions at the end. Please feel free to type your questions into the questions module of the webinar, and we'll get to them at the conclusion of the presentation. The webinar is being recorded and will be posted on CLIA's YouTube channel, which is CLIA Global. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Gina McGinnis. Gina began her career in the cruise industry in 1992 at Princess Tours in Seattle. During college summer breaks, she worked at Princess Tours as an escorted tour director for their Canadian Rockies and Alaska cruise tours. After graduating from the University of Washington, she was a product manager for the Princess Tours Europe Land Tour product. She left Princess in the early 2000s to pursue a sales career in another industry, but in 2013 was lured back in and was hired as the manager of contracting and bidding for Holland America, Seabourn, and Princess Cruises, negotiating contracts with tour operators for their worldwide shore excursions products. In 2015, she moved into a role in national account sales at Holland America before coming on board at Windstar Cruises in 2016 as the Director of Sales National Accounts. Gina lives in the Seattle area with her husband, Jeff, and two children, Jack and Sophia. They all love to cruise and travel the world during their school breaks. And with that, take it away, Gina.
Great. Thank you so much, Anna. And thank you, everyone, for joining me today. It is an honor to be here, and I'm thrilled that you can all be here with me to talk about Windstar and really cruising in general. I feel like we are all survivors on this call. We've survived the last 2 years, and it is looking so good. The outlook for cruising and for Windstar in particular, because that's what we're talking about, is really looking good. We've got a slow Q1, as I'm sure is no secret to anyone and is common for all. But Q2 onward is looking really good, and 2023 is just through the roof. So I really want to share with you today about Windstar, what's going on at Windstar, who we are, who to sell to, and what we're all about to help you be able to sell Windstar Cruises for this busy season that we are all likely to have. There is definitely that light at the end of the tunnel that is coming or is here. So anyways, on that note, let's get started. So this is a picture of our newest ship, which we will talk about. We've got 3 of them, and they were just cut down the middle, stretched, and 50 new suites and a ton of amenities, and they were completely taken to the studs, if you will, and completely redone as if they were brand new cruise ships. And I'll go into more details. I just got off this ship, this exact one week ago today. I'm still in mourning over it. I was sailing with our Club 180 accounts in Tahiti, and it was phenomenal. But most important, there were no COVID cases on board, and we had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We wore masks, and we were all healthy. And Tahiti is so welcoming to the cruise industry. Our ship and another ship, they're so lovely and gracious and welcoming. They need us and we need them. And it was phenomenal. It really was almost like what it used to be. This was actually my 4th cruise in the last 6 months, and I have been safe and healthy. My family went on a cruise with me over Christmas on a large ship for another cruise line, and we were safe and healthy, and we can all cruise. And I think it's something to share with your guests, that it is safe, it is healthy. I often say, gosh, it's safer than going into Costco, because who knows who's standing next to you and what they've got. But anyway, on that note, we are now, we've got this great new tagline called Windstar Knows The Way. And you'll start seeing this in all of our marketing and ads and flyers and pieces, because we really want to let you and your guests know that we know the way to make their vacation experience phenomenal. And we've got 2 ways of doing that. We have 2 different styles of yachts, 6 in total. We have the Star Plus class on the left, no sails. And then we have the sailing yachts on the right. We have 3 of those. So 2 different styles, and that's really important to know. And I'll go through the differences of these 2 different type of sailing ships. However, they are between only 148 and 342 guests. That's our largest at 342. Windstar has no intention to get bigger. We are still seeing that small, luxury, very casual cruise line with small ships or large yachts, if we will. Every one of our staterooms is either an ocean view or balcony. And when I say balcony, French balcony, okay, we do not have any interior rooms, which is really fabulous for those who want to enjoy the scenery. We really like to say these are like your own private yachts. You can see beautiful views from your room, whether it be a large picture window or a French balcony, or you can simply go up one or two flights of stairs and you're already on the deck. That is phenomenal and large and built really for our guests to enjoy the scenery and the area that they happen to be in. But who are we? What are our guests? What do they want on board? We're not cliche. We are different. Every cruise is different. Every location we go to is different. It is not the same cruise every 7 days that go to the ports where they've got the very contrived, you all know what I'm talking about. They're great for certain guests. In fact, they're great for my family. I take them on Christmas every year. But those are the ports that have, the duty-free shopping that you've got to walk through before you get on the buses to get really into the destination. We are not at all. We go into the smaller ports that are not cliche, that are not contrived, and there are no duty-free shoppings. And we take our guests from there and really dig into the culture and locations of the area. There's no regimen. It could be one day shopping with the chef. The next day you might be snorkeling. The next day you may just want to stay on board and really just enjoy the ship and all the ship and the luxury and the relaxation that the ship has to offer. Sometimes those are some of my favorite days. And we really steer clear of stuffy. And what I mean when I say that is that we don't want sport coats. We don't want dresses on board. We want our guests to come on board, really feel like it's their own yacht. Because if you think about it, if you were to charter a yacht for your guests or you would not bring a sport jacket or a tux or a tie. You would be casual. That's what we are. I like to say, if you can wear it to the country club or the golf club, you can wear it on Windstar. Khakis and a polo for dinner for men, maybe a sundress or nice pants for a woman at dinner, but nothing formal or fancy. And it's really just a comfortable sailing. We really like to say, no one else goes so far to get travelers so close. The size of our ships, being that our largest is only 342 guests, really allows us to get into these smaller ports and destinations or in close to the smaller ports, anchor in, and then either tender or zodiac in. You simply will not see the big ships in these areas. Like I said, I was just on that 7-day sailing. We didn't see a big ship once, and we anchored most of the locations, and it was phenomenal. We saw so many areas of Tahiti that have been so untouched, and it was really phenomenal to see that. We did tours that local families were giving. We got to go to their family's home where they, made us coconut bread and pulled coconuts off their tree and showed us how to, get coconut water. And it was so authentic and so beyond cliche, not if you will. That's what we really like to do. And we can do that with our small ships. So we really go to those locations where those big ships can't go. We get up to the glaciers so much closer than the larger ships. And from there, we go on zodiacs and we get up to a mile from the glacier, which seems far, but when you're a mile from the glacier and the zodiac, it's unreal. I can't even explain. It is so amazing. And something you really, if you have an Alaska enthusiast with you who may have done the large ships, like I've done 1,000,001 times, our destination there is so very, very different because of how close we can get to those glaciers and those areas. And we really go to other captivating places around the world. I don't want to just focus on Alaska or Tahiti, but those happen to be my 2 favorite locations. But we do go to some other phenomenal locations. I'll show you a map shortly. But we go around the world on these 6 ships, and we really see a lot of the world with only 6 ships. And that's because we are not doing back-to-back same sailings every 7 days. We say traveling in understated elegance. This is our dining room, and that's about as fancy as it's going to get. But when you're having dinner outside, under the starlight, you're out there in your sundress and your khaki shorts and a polo, and you are having a 5-star dinner. We really like to say too that we have a freedom from the crowds because our ships are 148 to 342 guests. We really do not have crowds. They are built for space for your guests to really spread out. You don't have to wake up in the morning and 7 a.m. and go grab your chair and put your book down on it. There are enough chairs and lounges for everyone to be out on deck and not on top of each other. We don't have the slides or the pool games. It's really quite a relaxing feel outside and in the areas around the ship because we do lack those crowds. And I know I've said this a few times, but it really is like you're on your own private yacht. Like if you want to speak to the captain or the officers, they invite that. Come up on the bridge anytime. We have an open bridge policy, except when they are anchoring. Come in and check it out. Do the morning sunrise up on the bridge with the captain. There's nothing like seeing that sunrise come up over the horizon, or in the evening. I love to go there out on the bridge after dinner when it's dark, because I'd like to see how they maneuver this yacht, large yacht, small ship in the dark. To me, it's still mind-boggling. But they love, the crew love, and officers love to show you how they do that. One time when I was on a few years ago, they got an SOS call, in the evening. I don't know, it was 10 or 11 at night. And it was just a small boat. We were in the Caribbean, and a small yacht had lost its GPS. I don't know, the GPS went out. And so he was asking us, where we were going and what our latitude and longitude were, to try to figure out where he could go. And we helped him get to where he needed to go, and then sent him off to another ship who helped him. And it was really cool. And you don't do those types of really authentic things on a big ship because the bridge isn't open. Most large ships, you're going to pay to go up on the bridge. For Windstar, we invite you, bring your coffee up, enjoy the morning sunrise with the captain, or come in the evening and see what it's like to maneuver these ships, because it's really phenomenal and they'll help you understand. All 6 of our ships do have the water sports platform. This is my dream job, is to be that, see that guy right there with the blue shorts and the life preserver. That's what we would call our water sports manager, water sports marina manager. He's got my dream job. So he, and there's actually a couple of them. There are people watching, sort of being lifeguards. But these people in the back of the ship, they get to drive the Zodiacs, they get to put the mats out, and they're out in the water with our guests on the mats, or helping them get their paddle boards. And all of our ships have this. So when the seas are right, when we're anchoring and the seas aren't too choppy, they'll put it down and you can go play out on the back of the ship. And it's really like being a kid again. As I mentioned, I was on the ship last week in the French Polynesia, and I think of the 7 days, the water sports marina was down 5 of the 7. And I got to go water skiing and boarding on the back or from the ship. They pulled the speedboat out and took me. And there's nothing like telling your friends you were skiing in Bora Bora as you were working. No one really believes me, but somebody had to try it out. And we had so much fun. And then we had some dive competitions. Some of us in our group, we were, amateur dive competitions from one of the large, can't see it here, but one of the large mattresses that you could stand on. And we were doing dive competitions, and it was so fun. I mean, who can say they've done that in Bora Bora? But we can allow that for our guests. And we love to be able to see the fun, almost childlike fun in their eyes. So what we have is, with these two separate types of ships, we have the freedom of choice. So we have these two classes of ships. We have the wind ships with the sails, and then the Star Plus class without the sails. However, it is one brand experience, okay? There, you are going to get the same amazing service on both ships. Just a little bit of a difference in the ship styles. And also, we have all-inclusive or cruise-only fares on both types of ships. So just, it's really, some people love those wind ships. They will only go on the wind ships, and then others love the Star Plus class ships. And it's really a choice. People ask me what I like better, and honestly, I can't even say. They're different, but the same. So our new tagline, the wind and the stars know the way. So you'll start seeing that here. Gosh, we just started marketing with that. So our Star Plus class ships, these are the 3 ships that I mentioned at the beginning that were cut in half. 50 new suites were added in the middle and put back together, and many amenities throughout, which we'll go through. So our Star Plus class ships transformed and expanded from bow to stern. So what have we done? These ships are stunning. They really are. 4 new engines. So we used to have 6, and they were not fuel efficient at all. So these are very efficient, much more environmentally friendly. 50 new suites per the 3 ships. That's it. And we reconfigured the bed. The bed's now near the balcony, whereas before the couch was near the balcony, because it's suite. So you have a sitting area and a bed area. So we moved that bed by the window or the balcony, similar to what you would find on a river cruise. 2 new dining experiences. So we've got Quadro 44, which is a Spanish tapas, and then a Star Grill, which is barbecue. I'll go over that. We spent $267,000 per berth on these 3 ships. I mean, that was more than the first condo I bought in Seattle 20 years ago. So it was a $250 million investment. And I do want to make it very clear, our parent company, Xanterra, owned by Mr. Phil Anschutz, you can Google him. He's on the Forbes richest list. Our company has very, very, very minimal debt on it, like pennies in the whole scheme of things. So don't let this new investment of these 3 ships concern you in any way, shape, or form. I invite you to Google Xanterra, our parent company, and Mr. Anschutz, who owns all of that, and you will see we are in very good financial state. So not to worry about any of that. So we added 84 feet per ship. And we do have a new grand owner's suite that's 1,374 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. All bathrooms on the ship in all of the suites are brand new. They're stunning. They're beautiful. The colors are just calming and lovely, and they're a nice size. 2 new tenders. So doesn't sound super exciting. They're a little bit bigger than our older ones, but I will tell you, last week when I was on board, when we tendered to almost every location, absolutely no wait time, absolutely none. So don't let that concern you. This is just a fun shot. It's actually from an iPhone. This was the Star Breeze. This was prior to COVID, the first cut. So they cut it, stretched it, and that piece on the right, that is the new piece, and put her in and put it back together again. And it's amazing. I've walked this ship. I've been on it twice since July. I can't tell you where that cut is. You would not know at all. It's mind-boggling how they could do it, but it's amazing. So the new suites, here's a really great shot of our entry-level suite, balcony suite. French balcony, bed by the window. There's a little desk over there with a mirror. Then this beautiful sitting area. Over to the right is behind those cupboards is a refreshment refrigerator and bar. And these are the bathrooms. This looks very small. It's just the way the picture is. It's a full shower. It looks like a small stand-up shower. It's not. It is a full shower, plenty of room in there, but beautiful colors, beautiful vanities, double vanities, so you don't have to share with your significant other, and beautiful marbles. That is not, there are no plastic, that is actually real marble in there. And then I mentioned we have a grand owner's suite. This is great for those of you who have those multi-generational travelers. So 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a balcony, meet in the middle, shut the doors to the rooms. Great option if you want to have dinner or cocktails with your family, go off to dinner later. It's a great option for that. Star Grill. This is by Stephen Reichland. He is a grill master. This is on the outdoor deck. Excuse me, the front outdoor deck. Forward outdoor deck, excuse me, and new grills every day, from chickens to like luxury hot dogs and barbecues and meats. Every day is something new at lunch and dinner, and it's a grab and go. There's the seating area is set, but it is casual, and there's always a salad buffet, and there's always ice cream. There's an ice cream, you can't see it from here. There is an ice cream maker just right around the corner. Our other new restaurant is called Quadro 44 by Anthony Sasso. He's a Michelin star chef. Had a restaurant called Casamono in New York. But this is our beautiful Spanish tapas style restaurant. And keep in mind, all of our restaurants are included. You are not going to pay a dime extra, and it's the quality, the food, the taste. It's amazing, and because they're not making food for 1,000 people or even 500 people, like this seats 30 here, so they're making food for even less than that in this particular location. Our spa's been completely redone. It's nice and small and makes it quiet and luxurious. We have these seats that are oddly comfortable. I don't know how they are, but they really are. I always lay on there and take a little afternoon nap. A spa, sauna, steam room, facials, hair, you name it, you can do it in that spa. And a nice, beautiful little gym too, with all the workout, cardio, yoga, Pilates classes, all included. You are not paying extra for any of our classes or to use the gym, the steam room, the sauna, or those beautiful chairs. You do not pay extra, all included. Here's our deck. And the pool and hot tub, that's it. No slides, just a nice calm deck. We don't have music pounding. There is an outdoor singer in the afternoon in the forward part of the deck where that restaurant was. But this is a nice quiet area and people love it. It really is enjoyable out there. So that's our Star Plus class ships. We have the Wind Class. We have 3 of these with the sails. 2 are 148 passengers, and the third one is 342. That's our biggest one. That's it. That's all. Just 3 of those Wind Class yachts. So they are beautiful. They have been completely redone inside. They are not quite as luxurious as the Star Plus class, but the service is amazing. The interior has been redone, and they are our iconic ships. If you have sailors or if you have access to boating clubs, these are a great way to get clients for you to sell on Windstar. All right. Really important what every voyage includes, because we do include a lot. So like I mentioned, all ocean view or balcony staterooms, no interiors. All the meals, including room service, it's included. If you want a meal in your room that night, because maybe a movie is on, all the movies included. Maybe a movie is on, you want to watch it, and you want dinner from the dining room, order it. Room service will bring it to you, no charge. All the non-alcoholic beverages, including specialty teas and coffees, which is important to me from Seattle because we're Starbucks land here, all included. We have a guest to crew ratio of 1.5 to 1. It is really good. The service is amazing. Our signature sail away party, our onboard barbecue, our open bridge, water sports platform, kayaks, paddleboards, skiing, boarding, all included. You're not paying extra. Digital newsstand and magazines, all included. On-demand movies. I was on a cruise over Christmas on a large ship, and I had to pay for the movies in my room. Ours are included. Cooking demos, talent show by the crew, performances on board included, and our champagne welcome reception. We do have all-inclusive pricing now. We found our guests wanted it, and we are offering it. So for those guests who want all-inclusive, they want the Wi-Fi, the beer, the wine, cocktails, gratuities, prepaid upfront. It is commissionable, and it is, you can include it in your overall cruise fare. We do offer pre and post land tours, especially for those destinations like Europe, Iceland, these areas that guests maybe want to see the interior part of that area. We do offer pre and post land tours. We have air transfers for select Caribbean packages and all of our Tahiti packages, air and hotel. We make it very, very easy for you and your guests. But who are the guests who sail with Windstar? If you haven't sold us, you might be wondering, who do I reach out to? Young at heart, river cruisers. They are a great crossover. They like the small ships, but maybe they want to get out onto the ocean and do an ocean going. They are great. Not status driven. They want high quality, they want 5-star service, but they don't need to be dressy and show off on the dress. They're not status driven. They're world travelers. They want to see the world and they want to see it in an authentic way. They're active. They want a unique experience and they like to meet other travelers. We have a small ship. People become friends and they end up traveling together later. It's really amazing to see that. They find value in cruising and they want to immerse themselves in these destinations, and they can do that with Windstar and they can explore the world. They don't want the mass market cruise. They don't want that cliche. They're well educated, household income of 250,000 plus a year, 45 to 70 years old. Now that sounds like a big age range, and yes it is, and I fit into that, but we are, Tahiti and Caribbean are a little younger, because oftentimes we'll get honeymooners in Tahiti, for those who want to go to Tahiti. And I always say, you know, those overwater bungalows, they're amazing in Tahiti. They're unreal, but you know what? They're really expensive, and you all know that. And why not, instead of an overwater bungalow for 2 or 3 nights, why not take a 7-day Windstar cruise? I think you'll find it's a much better value, and we get that a lot. Couples in small groups are professionals. They're still working. They might have older children. I sail on Windstar with my husband, not my kids, and my kids are older. Kids are welcome on our cruise. If we don't have it geared towards kids, but if they're 8 and older, they are welcome. Here's where we go. We're back up in Alaska this summer. We can hardly wait. We've got a West Coast sailing, Mexico, just a transition one. Panama Canal, Caribbean, Canada, New England. We'll be there this fall. We have a phenomenal Iceland cruise that goes circumvents Iceland, Northern Europe, the Med. We are going to be, we're so excited, on Australia, New Zealand next year. And that is new for us. And we're back in Asia. So we're so excited to get to these destinations that we haven't, well, seen because of COVID in the last 2 years, but some new, really new destinations for us as well. We do offer overnights in these embarkation and disembarkation ports, and our hotels are 5-star and they are amazing, and you can purchase that through Windstar. And the itineraries are really, they are definitely designed for your guests to be different from the mass market. We have an amazing product management team who actually goes and does all the tours. I mean, I said I wanted to be the manager of that water sports marina, but a product manager might be a good job too, to go test out all these itineraries and shore excursions. And there we go, talking about the shore excursions. They really are once in a lifetime. A week ago, I was on an ATV on a desolate beach in Huahine, in Tahiti, if any you know where that is. And that was really once in a lifetime for me. And then a couple days prior, as I said, I was water skiing in Bora Bora. I mean, who does that? So we do that, and we can do that with Windstar. So it really is amazing. We do like to remind everyone, you know, even with our stretch ships, we are still small enough to fit through these small canals, such as the Corinth Canal, which is not yet open. It should be open soon. They had a rock slide, I think, several months ago. But we still fit through that Corinth Canal. We are still small. We are not planning to get big. We are still a small ship cruise line. We do bring cultures on board too. When I was in Tahiti last week, we had Tahitian dancers, and they were a family. We had kids. I'm sure they were all cousins. From the kids performing for us, Tahitian dancing, to the moms and the dads doing the drums. It was really amazing on board our ship. And it wasn't inside, it was actually outside. It was warm enough, but we do this in locations where you can really see what that destination is about. We have what are called destination discovery events in Ephesus and also Bora Bora. And these are included. These are not extra. This one in Ephesus is iconic. We have the quartet playing there at the old library. You can see that real tiny in that picture. And then we serve dinner, a white glove dinner there, just in this old library, and it's beautiful. I've never done it. It's stunning. I did this one, fire dancing, the other last week in Bora Bora. This was on a private island, and we had a family again come and do fire dancing for us. And I wish I had a photo because there was a little kid who was doing it too. I was just about dying as a mom, but it was amazing. He was with his dad and uncle doing it, and it's really something that you can't just go by. But we can do it with Windstar. Another fun thing that we have with Windstar is we are the only cruise line that is partnered with the James Beard Foundation. And these are award-winning chefs that the James Beard Foundation awards each year. And we work with these chefs on our menus, all of our menus. In addition, if you have foodies in your database, we do James Beard Foundation sailings with award-winning chefs where they are cooking, they're doing cooking demonstrations, you're shopping. So if you've got people who are real into food and they know the JBF Foundation, definitely take a look at those itineraries because that could be something your guests would love and a great way to put a group together. Dining room, no reservations for the dining room. Come as you are, come when you want. Or alfresco dining on Candles or Star Grill. Candles, we do ask for a reservation, but there's always plenty of room for everybody. Star Grill being a little more casual. And then of course our other restaurant, Quadro 44, there on the upper top, we do ask for a reservation there. No cover charge on any of them. And then our complimentary room service. Take advantage of that and just hang out in your room, your amazing room, and watch a movie. For you as advisors, we do offer help. We're a little team, we're a little sales team, but we like to be available for you. We have an advisor hub. If you're not set up with our advisor hub yet, I highly suggest you reach out to your regional sales manager, go on to windstar.com and sign up for the hub because you will find everything here from promotions for you, for advisors, promotions for our consumers, your guests. You can get brochures sent to you. You can get the online brochures, FCC information on commissions. You can register for booking a cruise on here. And very important, we have our advisor rates on this advisor hub too. And those are always really important because we want to see you all sail on our ships. We want you to experience it because we know when you experience our ships that you will sell it more and you will love it. We have a phenomenal groups program that only keeps getting better. We have 2 levels. One star group, a 5% discount with $100 shipboard credit. And the tour conductor credit is 1 to 9 guests, not stateroom, 1 to 9 guests. Complimentary cocktail party with over 18. Same for the Star Advantage group, just an additional 5% discount for a total of 10. Our groups program is really something I would suggest you look into because it's a lucrative program. If you've got foodies, if you've got wine enthusiasts, if you've got sailing enthusiasts, boating enthusiasts, those are really, really common groups and easy to do. We don't block the space. We set it up. Our groups department will set it up with your pricing and you can just book into that. No money down. You're not out any money if you don't sell. So it's really no risk to you. And you've got that guaranteed rate. So if you lock in the rate and maybe the pricing goes up, which we all hope and think it'll happen here in Q2, 3, and 4, you've got that lower rate that's locked. So we do offer, like I mentioned, this advisor support with the FAMs, the sell 2, you sail 2, that promotion is still going on. If you sell 2 cruises, you can get a free cruise by March 31st of 2022. There's still time for that. We have our voyage collection on that hub and our travel advisor guide. You can have the hardback sent to you, or if you want to be environmentally friendly, you can get the link online. Lots of support for you. Offers right now that we've got for your guests. We have Caribbean cruise and air package. And we've got Tahiti air and hotel package. We have many single supplements reduced to 20%. If you've got those single guests, now is the time to sail. And we have 7 for 7. This is an important one. We have 7 amazingly priced cruises and cruise tours that come out on Thursday of every week, and they are good for 7 days and 7 days only. And it could be a sailing 2 years from now. It could be a sailing a year from now. It is not sailings that we need to push because they're not selling and they're leaving in a month. They are really good sailings. So check that out, but it is very strict. It's 7 days only. And then they move on to the next 7. So we have a wave offer right now. This says it's going through February 24th, but a little birdie told me it might be extended. So with our wave offer, we have 2 easy stay hotel nights that your guests can choose, up to 2, or up to $1,000 shipboard credit. And it just depends on the day and the suite that they have, the number of days that they're sailing and the suite that they have purchased. Now, really important for you too, if you book a new to Windstar guest, let's say you've got a river cruiser who wants to try the ocean going, they've never been on Windstar, and they book Windstar, you get a $100 bonus commission. Okay, so all in pricing, as I mentioned, this is brand new. You'll find this was just, I don't know, deployed about a month ago. You'll find this online. You will find cruise only fares, and then you'll find the all-inclusive fare. The all-inclusive includes Wi-Fi, gratuities, and beverages. So you can take a look and see what works for your guests. You have a lot of options with that. And we're getting towards the end now. I did want to mention Xanterra, our parent company. As I said, it's not just our little Windstar cruise. We are part of a really amazingly big company called Xanterra Travel Collection, which many hospitality companies are a part of. And under Xanterra is owned by Philip Anschutz. So we are very well backed and very well financed. You don't need to worry about that. And we do like to do a little bit of bragging, or a lot, I should say. We've won some great awards over the past few years, the most recent being Travel and Leisure's World's Best Award. We're really excited about that, and we are humbled by it as well and appreciative. And I don't want to forget our amazing sales team. We are small but mighty sales team. We are here for you. We're here to help you. From our Vice President, Steve, myself, Diana Ron, Director of Field Sales, Stephanie Copeland. We have our regional sales manager on the West, one on the East, and one in Canada. We're hiring one for the Northeast. If you know anyone good, send them over. And then we also have a sales coordinator who is available at this Windstar Sales. I don't have her picture. She just started with us about a month ago, so I apologize I don't have her picture. Her name is Brenda. She comes from the travel industry on the advisor side, so she's very, very knowledgeable and very helpful and lovely. You will love working with her as well. But between any of us, please reach out if you need anything, and we will try to get you the correct answer. On that note, Anna, I want to thank you and all of you who have listened to me, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We do have some questions coming in, and I invite everybody to keep them coming. Our first one is from Naomi, who is wondering what your current vaccination policies are.
Oh, good question, Naomi. And I took that off because I thought, oh, no one wants to hear about the boring COVID anymore, but it is so true. You do want to hear about it. So we do require all guests to be vaccinated. Our crew is 100% vaccinated as well. So our ship is very safe. It's a bit of a bubble. Depending on, so for example, I just went to Tahiti to fly in, or to arrive in Tahiti. We all had to arrive with a negative PCR test taken 24 hours prior. So that's one stop. Then you get to the ship and you get another test, antigen test that we include. And then once you're cleared for a negative, you're on our ship. It really keeps it safe. And that was how we could do this sailing in Tahiti with no COVID cases. So we do require it, yes.
Okay, got it. And we have a few people wondering if Windstar has a travel agent training program.
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. I did not mention that on the Advisor Hub. So that area that has the promos, the consumer promos, trade promos, those amazing advisor rates, We also have a Star Specialist link, is what we call it, and that is our training program. It is 3 training modules, and they are not long. They are not hard. It just is an overview of Windstar. It won't take you long. Once you pass, you can get a bonus commission of $150 if you make a new booking within, like, I think it's 120 days.
Okay, perfect. That is a great incentive. Our next question is from Cheryl, who is wondering what Windstar ship or itinerary you would recommend for clients that are used to the bigger ships.
Oh, any. Any of them. You know, it's funny, Cheryl, because I came from the big ships. I've been at Windstar for, gosh, 5.5 years. And when I came to Windstar, I was actually worried about, I was like, what are these small ships? I don't know. And I went on the Windsurf, which is our 342 passenger sailing ship. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this because I really like the big ships, but it was amazing. Just by day one, I knew the small ships were for me. I could be in my room and go up and get lunch or snack within a minute. If we were going out on a tour, we didn't have to plan for the tender. We could just go to the tender when we wanted. We could go lay out in the sun when we wanted because there were no crowds. So it's really hard to say what ship I would suggest for someone coming from the big ships. What I would do rather is suggest the destination and what ship is in the destination that they want to go to.
Okay, that makes sense. And we just have one more question, my favorite one that I've saved to the end, from Robert, who is wondering if Windstar will be at Cruise 360 this year.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting to say that. We will. Thank you for asking that, Robert. We will be at Cruise 360 this year. We are thrilled to be there. We will have a trade show booth. Please stop by. And we'll be there. It's like 4 hours, I think. So stop by. Our sales team will, a few from our sales team will be at the trade show. We will be at the gala dinner. Again, you know, reach out, say hello. We would love to see you there. And then finally, we are hosting the breakfast on Friday. The Friday after the trade show and gala, I forget the date. We are hosting that breakfast. It's an 8 a.m. breakfast. So come by. We would love to see you. And my boss, Steve Samau, Vice President of Sales, he will be speaking at the breakfast. So he will be thrilled if you would stop by, let him know you came to the webinar and heard from me. He would love it.
Yes, definitely cannot miss that. And those are all of our questions. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Gina, for all of the wonderful information.
Thanks, Anna. Thanks, everyone. And best of luck to you all. And I look forward to seeing you at Cruise 360.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.